Hey you guys, what's up? Just wanted to kind of do a quick video here covering NFL running backs. It's a little bit dark. Sorry, it's late. And really, I'm just tired. Don't even know why I'm still up. But anyway, you know that when you're on fantasy football and you're drafting, your top 5 to 6 backs are going to be guys like Adrian Peterson, Arian Foster, Jamal Charles, Ray Rice, Doug Martin, maybe LaShawn McCoy, maybe Trent Richardson, depending on what type of league you're in. As far as PPR, as far as dynasty, keeper leagues, etc. What I want to talk about is the guys that you're looking for. You can't really say in the later rounds, because if you've played fantasy football, you know that basically the running backs are a major part of any fantasy football team, and it's really what makes or breaks a team. So let's talk about the top guys there. AP, he seems to be solid, but if I draft AP and I have a roster spot available, I'm also going to take Toby Gerhart. That's what's called tying or handcuffing your running backs together. AP is the type of guy that if he goes down, it's going to crush your team. But if you have Toby Gerhart, who is a viable backup, then guess what? Boom, you're good to go. You just plug him in place, and you're also not looking on the waiver wire for a running back when they are very few and far between. Next one, Arian Foster. Be on the lookout for him. He's got sightness in the back. It's going down to his legs, they said. Ross Tucker from SiriusXM NFL channel said that that's a really big sign of pinched nerve or herniated disc or something like that. So if you are looking to draft him, you want to handcuff him to, I believe his backup is Ben Tate. Can't guarantee that 100%, but I think so. Word is Jamal Charles' foot is good. He's been doing practice and he's fine. Trent Richardson actually seems healthy this year. Same with LaShawn McCoy. I think LaShawn McCoy is going to be a very big fantasy asset this year. When you look at Chip Kelly's offense, I think he's going to be catching the ball out of the backfield. I think he's going to be getting plenty of touches from behind center as well. Let's talk about some guys that you may or may not know. Miami Dolphins. The big talk was Lamar Miller, and now it seems that Lamar Miller may not even win that battle, according to NFL.com. I'm kind of pulling it up real quick. They said Daniel Thomas is really starting to shine and is becoming a little bit of a problem for Miller. So that's something that you may want to keep an eye on before your fantasy drafts. Also, we have who else? Matt Forte, still the starting running back for the Bears. But if you're looking for a good backup or a good guy to split carries with, Michael Bush, the backup to Matt Forte, another great guy. Corey Ivy, or Chris Ivy, Corey Ivy. It's Corey Ivy. He went from New Orleans to the Jets. This is a guy that if he can stay healthy, he's going to get plenty of touches. Rex Ryan loves an offense that runs the ball. Mark Sanchez can't throw the ball to anybody on his team, only to the other team. And Geno Smith is going to be okay, but he's going to be a rookie. He's going to make mistakes, so he's going to have plenty of handoff and dumping the ball off short opportunities. I've been really big on Le'Veon Bell, the rookie for Pittsburgh. A lot of people comparing him to a little Jerome Bettis, little bus. The problem is he's injury prone. He's had injuries all through training camp and through the preseason. So he's one of the, I've pulled back the reins on as far as my top 20, 25 running backs total. The law firm for Cincinnati, I think he's still going to do good, but he's not going to get his 1,000+ yards they had last year, because Cincinnati went out and got Giovanni Bernard, or Bernard Giovanni, however you say his name. He looks to be possibly the feature back this year. Keep an eye on that if you're looking to get a running back out of Cincinnati. Ray Rice, normally a top 5 running back this year, I think he may drop. His backup, who I believe his name is Pierce, is starting to split carries with him. I think he had a fumble in one of the preseason games earlier. Still, he played really well whenever he got an opportunity to last year during the regular season and the playoffs, and I think that's going to factor into the production of Ray Rice. Ray Rice is still in my top 10. I just don't know if he's a top 5 now. New York Giants have rookie David Wilson. You remember the first week of last year, David Wilson got into Tom Coughlin's doghouse there with a fumble, and he couldn't keep a hold of the ball for anything. At the end of the year, he really turned it on. Turned it on so well that they didn't re-sign Ahmad Bradshaw, who went to Indianapolis. He's going to be splitting carries with I can't remember. Avery. Yeah, that's the running back for Indy. But he'll be splitting carries with him. Anyway, David Wilson is going to be a solid top 20 running back, maybe more. I don't want to take too much away from him, but I don't want to give him too much credit either. Also, who do we have? We got to talk about Morris. As long as RG3 comes back healthy for the Redskins, Alfred Morris is going to have another huge year. People looked over Alfred Morris, even though he was a rookie, and he got over, I believe, 1,600 yards on the ground because of AP and everything AP did. Any other time, that would be just, I'm amazed Alfred Morris didn't get Rookie of the Year for his production at running back. Can he do it for 2 years in a row? I think a lot of it's going to depend on how mobile RG3 is and how much defenses have to respect him. Don't forget Marshawn Lynch. He's a beast. He's always a beast. The last 2 years, he's probably been the most productive at carrying the ball. Weeks 14, 15, and 16. He's getting you the most points. And that's usually the 14th, 15th, and 16th week is the most important time of the playoffs, or the fantasy football season, because it's the playoffs and the Super Bowl. The reason for that, in case you didn't know, you were wondering, fantasy football leagues don't go to week 17 because a lot of the stars will get benched or not even play, or only play for a series or two because they don't want to risk injury before the playoffs happen. Now you know. Another good player to look for, rookie, Eddie Lacy, Green Bay Packers. He doesn't have to get 100 yards every game. Aaron Rodgers doesn't need him to get 100 yards. If he gets 80, that's going to make defenses play honest. It's going to open up the passing game for Rodgers. So in the end, it pays off for both Lacy and Rodgers. I think Lacy will have a 1,000-yard season. I think he's probably going to look at not a lot of touchdowns, let's face it. Rodgers is going to be throwing that ball a lot, but probably 6-7 yards, or 6-7 touchdowns. New Orleans, staying away from their running backs with the exception of Darren Sproles. And if you have a PPR league, Darren Sproles is even more important because he can catch the ball out of the backfield, and of course he's going to get plenty of handoffs. Right now, Pierre Thomas is supposedly in the front running for that, but I don't think he or Mark Ingram will get enough touches to really have a positive impact for fantasy football leagues. DeMarco Murray for the Cowboys, he can be a great asset. The problem with him is when it comes to DeMarco Murray, he is going to have injury issues. If he can stay healthy, he can help the Cowboys actually do a decent run, but I just don't think he can help them. I don't think he can stay healthy for 16 seasons. Out in Arizona, you have Rashad Mendenhall. It's an interesting pickup because he only signed a 1-year contract. He wants to prove himself. He has to prove himself. With that said, it's Arizona's offense. They have good players in place, but they don't have a completely solid thing going here. Carson Palmer, everybody's got big question marks. Can he do it? If he can connect with Fitz and the other receivers down there, then Rashad Mendenhall should have a great season. because they're going to be playing 4 in the box, 5 in the box, not 7 and 8. I guess it all depends on Palmer for him. Next, we got Frank Gore. He's going to be solid. Harbaugh really knows how to use that 2-3 running back rotation to keep him safe and keep him healthy all year. He's a good, solid pickup. I recommend him. And speaking of that, let's talk about real quick the running backs who could make a major impact. It's a high risk, high reward type deal. CJ2K, he's one of them. If you get him, I think you gotta tie Sean Green to him, because Sean Green went from the Jets down to Tennessee. The other one is MJD. Can he stay healthy? Can he keep a positive attitude and go out there for the Jags and do some great things? I think he can. I hope he can. I guess we're just going to have to sit back, wait, watch. The other, and it's really my final tip, Darren McFadden, Oakland. He can't play healthy. And something's just clicking to me. And this is my insider tip to you guys. He turned away a contract extension offer from the Raiders. He wants to test free agency. If you want to test free agency, if you want to turn around or turn down that contract extension, that means you're taking a gamble. That means you know you're healthy. That means you know everything's going to go good for you. And what's that mean in the end? You're going to have a big season. Don't take him before your first 20 picks of your draft. But he is one that if he's there in that 3rd round, you might want to think about him. 4th round, definitely grab him up. I think he can be a great steal for you. There's just something inside of me saying that, you know, anybody who's going to turn down an extension, either A, he didn't want to be in Oakland, so maybe he embellished injuries, we'll say, or B, he's actually healthy for the first time, and he's willing to roll the dice on his body. Either way, it should be a great season. Should be a great, just hands down. I'm just excited for the season. So, hope this helps some of you guys, especially some of you new guys playing fantasy football. And I'll post some more stuff later after I get a little bit of sleep. Have a great day.